Realize one thing, that a knife will never stay sharp by itself. You have to always constantly be sharpening it. And just like that knife, your mind is the same way. Your mind will always want to revert and default back towards being soft, towards giving into comfort, towards craving just being lazy and not doing anything. It doesn't want to constantly chase discomfort, chase things that are difficult. And the reality is, if you want to become successful, you have to constantly seek out discomfort, because you need to make your new norm not the comfort, but actually the opposite of that, the things that are difficult, because the things that are difficult will lead you to success. Those times when you feel like you want to take a break, you have to make yourself push through those moments, so that way your new norm becomes what is difficult for other people. If you stop working hard, it's not like all of a sudden when you start again, you have some pre-built, tolerance or something like that that's going to help you. No, it goes all away. If you stop working hard for a week and you just take a bunch of rest days in a row, you'll feel yourself revert back to what you were a long time ago. And it's just so crazy. It's like you think that you work so hard and that you can kind of take a rest and that you're going to be just as fresh when you come back. Sometimes it's true, but a lot of times it's not. A lot of times what happens is your mindset shifts and it starts to soften as you take breaks and you don't continue the intensity. And this is why doing more, working harder, keeps your level of work tolerance very high, and you are chasing discomfort constantly. So you just get very used to that, and that is your norm. And you don't even think of it as a lot, because that's what you do all the time. But as soon as you kind of take a couple breaks, too many, and you're just relaxing and you're taking a lot of time off and you're doing all of this, right? Your mind just starts to literally just melt. It used to be hard and callous and it just becomes this pile of pudding. And so just understand that it's a everyday thing. It doesn't, you can have a couple rest days, sure, because you don't want to get burned out. But it's when you start having all these rest days in a row and you take long, expanses of breaks, don't expect yourself to be right where you were before. Your mind has changed and softened, and it's going to take even more hard work for you to get back into the groove of things. So understand that every time you take an extended break, and just realize that, it's easier to kind of keep going with momentum that comes from working every single day versus working a couple of days, taking a couple of days off, and back and forth, because that absolutely destroys any progress that you made in the previous couple of days. And you can see the same thing with the gym, right? If you go to the gym once a week versus 3 times a week versus 4 times a week, right? You're going to see different levels of progress, and that applies to everything in life.